गुड मॉर्निंग डियर स्टूडेंट्स, हाउ आर यू? होप आप सब ठीक हैं. Now in today's lecture we will discuss about the modern periodic table. In the previous lecture we discussed about Dogonius triad, Newton's law of octave, Mendeleev's periodic table, but in today's lecture we will discuss about the modern periodic table which we are following. That how elements are being classified in the modern periodic table. What is modern periodic law which is given by H.G. Moseley? What is the criteria by which elements are classified, and how with the help of classification we can find out the chemical properties. So all these things I am going to discuss in today's lecture. So listen to me carefully. Here I have written modern periodic table. The word modern is used instead of a name of a particular scientist because this is the outcome, this is the output of the efforts of all the scientists and eminent chemists who work in this field. That's why word modern is being used. And the most important thing, modern periodic table is the tabular form in which elements are arranged according to their increasing atomic number. Till date, the elements which are being discovered, they are placing in this modern periodic table. And according to their atomic number, this table is based upon atomic number, not upon the mass number. Atomic number is more important because chemical properties we can find out only with the help of atomic number, not with the help of mass number. So let us discuss this modern periodic table. And listen, like most of the students, they keep on asking, Madam, do we need to cram all the elements of modern periodic table? No, not at all. Neither in 9th nor in 10th. In +1, if you will take science stream, there you will study in detail about the elements of periodic table. So far, what is there in your syllabus? First of all, see, this is just like a building. एक building की तरह है ये. Suppose, so 4 blocks are there. This is S block, this is P block, this is D block, and this is F block. So these S, P, D, F are the letters which are used to represent orbital और सब शेल which you have not done so far. तो अभी आप इसको ऐसे याद रखेंगे. It's just like a building. S block, P block, middle one is D block and the below one is F block. For example, एक स्कूल है सपोज, यहाँ पे प्राइमरी सेक्शन है, यहाँ पे सीनियर सेक्शन है, यहाँ पे सीनियर सेकेंडरी सेक्शन है, यहाँ पे नर्सरी प्रेप है, just like this. And in this case, in your syllabus, you have to do S block and P block. D and F के elements की properties are not there in your syllabus. And in S and P block also, elements up to atomic number 20 only you have to do. Basically the chemical properties. So instead of learning the atomic number, it would be better if you will see the position of the element in the modern periodic table. So what is modern periodic table? Mendeleev's periodic table was corrected, I say corrected, or it was organized properly by H.G. Moseley, and then he gave modern periodic table in which elements are arranged according to their increasing atomic number in such a manner that their properties, the properties of a particular element, or we can say repetition of properties there in this periodic table also. How? That also I will explain. And then modern periodic law. What is modern periodic law? Modern periodic law states that physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. Whereas Mendeleev's periodic law states that physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic function of their mass number. But this mistake was corrected by Moseley that no, it's atomic number which decides the position of the element in the periodic table and chemical properties. Now we discuss about what is modern periodic table. Now we will discuss the components of modern periodic table. Basically there are two components of, before that, because I have written here something, so I would like to explain. This D block consists of transition metal and this F block consists of inner transition metal. Inner transition elements, instead of metal I will use this word. Inner transition elements. So this and this part is not there in the syllabus, but then also I'll just, to make you understand so that you will not get confused, I'll talk about these two things also. Transition elements, transition metal, basically such metals which have variable valency. And in this case, the elements which were discovered later on, they couldn't find place in the main building, in the main table. This is one of the drawback of modern periodic table. And that's why those elements were placed below. In another sequence, the first sequence of F block, that is known as lanthanides. This series is known as lanthanides because the first element is lanthanum. All the elements which are present in F block, their atomic number is very high and they are basically radioactive elements. And in the same manner, actinides, because the first element is actinium. Now, the two important components of periodic table are groups and periods. What are groups and what are periods? Groups are the vertical columns. See, these are groups. These are groups. I have not added this because I have just to differentiate between. If you want, you can draw like this also. So just to differentiate between transition and these are non-transition element, that's why I have written 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. I have not written this. This is the scientist who have given the concept. He only decided 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. And just if we will consider this also, then it will like 1B, then 2B, which is not there. So we will confine to whatever is given in the syllabus. What are groups? Groups are the vertical columns which are present in the modern periodic table. What are periods? Periods are the horizontal rows. Like this is first period, this is first period, this is second period, this is third period, this is fourth period. In the same manner, fifth period, then sixth period, sixth, and this one is your seventh, like this. So basically in modern periodic table, how many groups and periods are there? Groups are the vertical columns and periods are the horizontal rows. In modern periodic table, if I will not consider this transition metal, then 8 groups and 10 are there, and if I will consider this, then 18 groups are present in the modern periodic table. And how many groups like this and how many periods are there? And 7 periods. Very important question. Groups are vertical column, periods are horizontal rows. 18 groups होते हैं, 7 periods होते हैं modern periodic table. So these two are the components of modern periodic table. Now let me discuss about, see इसमें 5, 6, 7 आप यहीं तक लोगे because ये आपके transition के हैं, so we will not count this. इस transition को हमने इसमें नहीं करना है up to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want, you can draw like this also. ये आपका 5th period, ये 6th period और ये 7th period. इसके लिए अभी मैंने नहीं लिखा कुछ. Now next question is, how elements are being classified? What is the position of the element in the modern periodic table? That is based upon which criteria? There are two important criteria. How I will come to know, okay, position of lithium, this is present in first group and second period. So there are two important things. Listen carefully. First, elements are classified in groups according to the number of valence electron or electrons. What are valence electron or electrons? Those electrons which are present in the outermost shell of the atom of an element are known as valence electron. So elements are classified in groups according to the number of valence electron, and elements are classified in periods according to the number of shell. इसका क्या मतलब है? It means if element is having one electron in its outermost shell, that element will be in first A group. First group भी बोल सकते हो, first A भी बोल सकते हो. If element is having two electron in its outermost shell, see again I am saying it's valence electron, it's not valency. Because in case of metal, you will get the same thing. The number of valence electron equal to the valency, but non-metal के case में वो change हो जाएगा. So it's not valency, it's number of valence electron. If two valence electron are there, that element will be in second group. If 3 valence electrons are there, that element will be in third group. If 4 valence electrons will be there, that element will be in fourth group, and so on. In the same manner, this is the first criteria. Again I am repeating, elements are classified in group according to the number of valence electron. And second thing, elements are classified in periods according to the number of shell energy level in which electrons revolve. If one shell is there, that element will be in first period. If two shells will be there, those elements will be in second period. If three shells will be there, elements will be in third period. If four, elements will be in fourth period, and so on. So it is decided, position of the element in the modern periodic table is decided by valence electron and number of shell. According to valence electron, it is classified in group, and according to number of shell, it is classified in period. So today we will focus on group and periods and how elements are being classified. Let's take some example to clear this point. Then only this point will be clear. Let's take any example you can take. Suppose I am taking lithium. I know atomic number of lithium is 3. 3 is the atomic number. So what will be the configuration? 2 and 1. So in case if I have to find out the position of lithium, in case of lithium, one electron is present in the outermost shell. So lithium will be in first group. Yes, it is in first group. And how many shells are there? First shell, second shell. Two shells are there. So it will be present in second period. So lithium second period में है और पहले group में है. This is second period and first group. This is the position of lithium. In the same manner, you can take more example. Like if I will take nitrogen. Okay. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. Configuration is 2 and 5. In the outermost shell, how many electrons are there? 5. That's why nitrogen is in 5A group. Okay. And how many shells are there? First shell, second shell. So second period, fifth group. This is the position of nitrogen. Same way, if you will see calcium. Okay. Calcium 2882 because atomic number is 20. In outermost shell, how many electrons are there? 2. It means it is present in second group. Second group में तो है, लेकिन period कौन सा period है? कितने shells हो गए? First shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell. So fourth period and second group. So fourth period ये आपका fourth period और ये second group. So this is the position of calcium. In the same manner, you can see for this also chlorine, atomic number 17, 287. Outermost shell, how many electrons? 7 electron. So group आ जाएगा इसका 7A. This is 7A. And shell कितने हैं? 1, 2, 3. So period आ जाएगा third. First, second, third. Third period and seventh group. This is how we can find out the position of the element in the periodic table if we know the atomic number on the basis of valence electron and on the basis of number of shell, which we also call orbit. So this is about the modern periodic table. So revise this, and in the next lecture we will discuss about different properties of modern periodic table. Thank you and have a nice day.